Meanwhile, you can't just pick one for LSU, so we picked three. The big three, a Tiger trio, if you will.
All three of these players bring you a little bit of something different. Michaela Williams is versatile. She can play the three and the floor, shoot the three. Anissa Morrow, a walking double-double. And Flau'jae Johnson, let me tell you, she is a momentum player. She likes to get up and down the floor. When she gets downhill, she's a handful for any opponent the Tigers face.
I would say so. Look at the numbers of these three over their last 4 games. And get this, they're the only trio in Division I to all average over 17 points per game on the season. A handful if you're facing LSU. Round 2, Tennessee and LSU here in Baton Rouge. Cheyenne Day-Wilson controlling things here for LSU. Pace is going to be really interesting in this game.
Well, first you've got to get stops defensively. Tennessee's got to focus on keeping LSU off the offensive glass and then get it and go.
Samaya Smith misses. We see the Tennessee starting lineup. Z Spearman, we have not stopped talking about her since that UConn game.
Z Spearman, I think she is finding her rhythm. She's a 6'4" post player, transfer out of Miami that can rebound it. She can shoot the three and block shots.
So Alicia Cooper with the spin in the paint, misses, and it'll be LSU basketball. And the big three that we talked about for LSU, no surprise they are in the starting lineup. And Flau'jae Johnson hits a bucket right on cue.
You're talking about the big three. That's the big foe. Flau'jae Johnson has taken over this LSU team, and she is the player on this squad that's got championship experience, and she's got to bring it every night.
Ruby Whitehorn steps into the three and misses, and Samaya Smith with a rebound. Tennessee got subs waiting at the table. You'll notice, if you haven't watched Tennessee before, they sub early and often. Going to be a jump ball possession arrow to Tennessee. And here come 3 new faces already for the Lady Vols. And Kim Caldwell, I mean, she wants you to play every minute like it's the last minute of a tie ball game.
How many games do we watch? At the end of the game, you go, why didn't they do this all along? Well, that's the philosophy Kim Caldwell has. And that's why the constant substitution will happen. You've got to exhaust yourself. If you're not exerting that energy, you're coming out. Or you're not even going to get those opportunities to be on the floor if you don't bring it.
Tamara Spencer now running the Tennessee offense with some new faces on the floor. Whitehorn looking inside for Alyssa Latham.
Spencer was so big in that Connecticut game. Played smart basketball.
9 seconds for Tennessee. And there's going to be an offensive foul against Jillian Hollingshed down low.
It's so loud in here. I don't think that Spencer could really gather her thoughts, but in talking about her in that Connecticut game, Azzi Fudd had picked up her second foul. And Samara Spencer recognized that, and so any opportunity she could, she drove, and that allowed Tennessee to take the lead.
Transition bucket with a big baseball pass, and Kim Mulkey with a huge reaction to sneaking past the Tennessee press. She loved it.
The long outlets. That's the first time these two teams met. That's what LSU did, looking down the floor against this Tennessee pressure.
Foul against Cheyenne Day-Wilson, her first.
Once the ball came in, immediately from the sideline, Cheyenne Day-Wilson found Smith just streaking all alone by herself over the top. You got to believe that's something LSU worked on because of the excitement Kim Mulkey had on the sideline. And you got to celebrate when your team, when you draw it up, you work on practice, and then you bring it to the game. Oh, yeah.
No better feeling
no
than the coach.
better feeling than that.
Tennessee starting 0 for 2. Oh, I don't think Z Spearman could do that again if she tried. But first points for Tennessee.
It counts.
It's sat on the rim. And Flau'jae Johnson wasn't ready for the pass.
Spearman rolls to the basket, lays it up. Do you remember that golf shot that Tiger Woods, the ball rolled all the way to the cup and stopped?
This one did not stop.
This one went in.
Pick and roll with Spearman. Anissa Morrow crashing the glass. She is the #1 rebounder in the nation. Michaela Williams drops in the triple.
Michaela Williams has been red hot from the three-point line as of late. 14 of 24 from three.
Little shot fake working in favor of Spearman.
But what is Tennessee doing? They're looking to try to get paint points as well. They've not been looking for the three-point shot because they've not been able to get out in transition.
Tennessee is first when it comes in the nation when it comes to threes per game and 3 attempts per game. Morrow's second chance won't fall. Jewel Spear crossover poked away by Michaela Williams, and this will stay with Tennessee.
Over the last 3 games, Michaela Williams has averaged shooting about 58% from the three-point line, and she is still hot coming into today. But the Lady Vols just continuing to work paint points. That was the advantage LSU had last time. Tennessee's trying to take a page out of that book.
Tennessee just put an all-new 5 on the floor. Not something that's new for them. They will sub hockey style. 8 seconds. Whitehorn back to Spencer. Shot's got to go up. Just in time, but short, and Tennessee gets an offensive rebound. Ruby Whitehorn sneaking around on the other block.
And Tennessee, #2 in the country in offensive rebounding. They are going to be relentless creating those second chance opportunities.
Anissa Morrow past 2 defenders.
When you're talking about a player that wants to get it done, look at that. The hustle on the defensive end after scoring on the offensive end. No celebration for Anissa Morrow. She's going to get it. She's going to make it pay and come down and get some more.
Subs for Tennessee, 3 new faces in the ball game. What a pregame party for the Super Bowl in Austin, Texas, taking down South Carolina. We welcome you in to Baton Rouge, LSU and Tennessee. Courtney Lyle and Carolyn Peck with you. And these 2 teams met back on January 9th. It was a buzzer beater that put the stroke in the win column for LSU in Knoxville, and now Tennessee trying to return the favor on LSU's home court.
Well, the defensive pressure has picked up in the second part of this first quarter, turning LSU over and then running in transition.
With that Texas win over South Carolina, how big does this game become for LSU when it comes to the SEC standings?
Look, LSU only has 1 loss on the regular season so far, so if they want to be in the hunt to at least share a piece of the title, they got to take care of this one today.
And that 1 loss, of course, came to South Carolina. Tennessee fresh off a win over UConn, its first since 2007. Flau'jae Johnson, the block, and here she goes. Offensive foul, her first. Knotted up here in the PMAC, 11-all.
And the Kentucky Wildcats.
LSU will play Texas a week from today. Kim Mulkey, in her 4th season at LSU, she's won 4 national championships, 3 of those at Baylor. Her 4th one coming in her 2nd year at LSU. And she told us before this game, last time she faced Tennessee, maybe not as confident in her bench. Right now, she feels like their depth is better. She has more confidence in them.
Well, especially the way that Miracle Shepherd came in, gave great minutes against Missouri. Caitlin Gilbert has already proven herself as well. But I think depth is going to be key so that really LSU can switch up how they play. They can go big or they can go small ball.
Z Spearman up for Tennessee. And the Lady Vols take the lead 13-11 here in the first quarter. Already 9 points for Spearman, who was so important in the UConn win.
Z Spearman, I think, is going to be key in the success of the Lady Vols. She's a big presence inside. As long as she can stay out of foul trouble, blocking shots, staying on the glass, and at 6'4", she can shoot the three.
We asked Kim Caldwell about beating UConn. She said at one point during that game, I looked over in the stands and I saw 2 groups of little girls, one in UConn jerseys and one in Tennessee jerseys. And she's like, this game means so much. It was so cool to be a part of.
Well, because I was wondering, how do you really feel how much that rivalry is between these two programs if you haven't been part of it? Well, she was a part of it even when she wasn't, because she saw that there used to be AAU teams that have either Tennessee or Connecticut, not an A team or a B team.
Yeah, that's how her UConn was run. I mean, her AAU team was run. They played as Tennessee or they played as UConn. All 5 subs coming in right now for Tennessee. Not unusual. They will do hockey-style substitutions. Look at the pace that these two like to play with. Possessions per 40 minutes. What's the biggest factor in pace when it comes to this matchup today?
I think the biggest factor is taking care of the basketball and then rebounding. I think that that's going to be what determines which team is able to control at what pace this game is played.
Michaela Williams, she's already hit a big 3 right at the start of the game. Ruby Whitehorn through the lane untouched. Miracle Shepherd will push back the other way. Tennessee was very disciplined defensively against UConn, trying to carry that over today.
Most teams, when you play against UConn, they are so well conditioned and so disciplined. They play you for 40 minutes at that level, and Gino normally doesn't have to play a lot of people. Tennessee was able to play a lot of people, and anybody Kim Caldwell put on the floor was able to maintain that same level of focus and energy.
Ruby Whitehorn calls bank on the 3. Gilbert with the floater, no. Latham fighting on the glass for Tennessee, and jump ball, possession arrows keeps it with LSU. Here come 5 more subs for Tennessee.
It's like, didn't these 5 just come in? It is like a revolving door. But you got to be ready. That's the thing. You can't be just sitting on the bench having a party, chatting with your friends, not locked in, because at any time your number's called, and you've got to be ready to maintain the momentum of the 5 that are already on the floor.
Miracle Shepherd spinning, count it!
That's a big move that Kim Mulkey saw in the preseason from Miracle Shepherd. She is a big guard. She has the ability to attack and finish. You know what I like about that is she went off 2 feet there, strong, got the finish and the foul.
Foul was against Tennessee's Kanaya Boyd, her first. Yeah, Miracle Shepherd was playing well in the preseason for LSU, the non-conference portion of the schedule. Then she had to miss 6 games with a stress reaction injury, just now getting back to being herself, transferring in from Mississippi State. Anissa Morrow with the takeaway. And gave it right back. Traveling violation. It's going to be LSU ball.
The team that can play with the most composure, they're going to get opportunities to get steals and runs. But you got to make sure when you have it, don't try to do too much too soon.
Shepherd by herself. Shoot it.
Kim Mulkey said she had confidence in number 1, and number 1 is earning herself even more minutes.
And then she gets the rebound.
Fill up every category in the stat sheet.
Michaela Williams will come and get the basketball for LSU. Anissa Morrow. Rejected by Spearman.
Nicole Shepard finds herself in the corner all alone. Boyd, hands down, didn't even threaten to contest that three, and Shepard was able to make a pay.
Michaela Williams up to 7. Fans on the PMAC, in the PMAC, on their feet. Ruby Whitehorn creating for herself.
There's a reason that Kim Caldwell can play 10 players, because everybody brings a little something. There is no weak link on this Lady Vol team.
It was tipped up in the air by Talasia Cooper. Will stay with LSU. 19 seconds on the shot clock. 38.5 left in the quarter. Flau'jae Johnson, Cheyenne Day Wilson will check in for the Tigers.
This is a tough spot to inbound the basketball with 19 seconds on the shot clock.
It's stuck in the corner. Throw it up top to Gilbert. She has time.
Gilbert likes this isolation situation. Clock running down.
Sidestep three off the mark. Now Tennessee can hold for the final shot of the quarter.
High ball screen action for the Lady Vols.
Tamara Spencer. Whitehorn. Traveled. 1.9 on the clock. Already 5 times, 5 ties, 4 lead changes here in the first 10 minutes of this game. And both teams shooting over 50%.
That's what you want. That's SEC basketball.
Two-point ball game after 10 minutes in Baton Rouge. LSU up 22-20. 7 points. Flau'jae Johnson has a couple, and Issa Morrow has a couple. But as a trio in the first quarter, they're shooting 50% from the field.
Michaela Williams hadn't missed a shot. She's a perfect 3 for 3 from the floor.
They account for 63% of LSU's total points. Second time these two teams have met this season. The first was on January 9th, and it came down to a buzzer beater from Kaylin Gilbert to get the win for LSU. Second foul against Tennessee's Jillian Hollingshed.
Tennessee wants to attempt over 30 threes a game. They have only attempted 5 so far today. Everything that the Lady Vols are looking to do is get a piece of the paint.
Williams shooting over Tess Darby, and that's her first miss of the ball game.
Oh, that's a beautiful pass from Spencer.
Cheyenne Day Wilson over to Flau'jae Johnson in transition. Up off the window. Stolen away by the Tigers. And Flau'jae gets herself to the free throw line.
Samara Spencer finds Spearman. Oh no, that was the pass in transition to Flau'jae Johnson. Cheyenne Day Wilson, big foe running the floor. So
Flau'jae Johnson heads to the free throw line. She's LSU's leading scorer. drops in the first. Well, our ESPN2 Big Monday women's basketball matchup. If you haven't seen Georgia Amore play, you got to watch this one. Kentucky against Ole Miss in Oxford. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern. Georgia Amore, of course, transferring over from Virginia Tech, where she went to the Final Four with her head coach. Followed him to Lexington. Now he's taken over the Cats.
When you see Georgia Amore, one thing you're going to recognize, and you'll find it, that step back three that she has, it is pretty.
De'Lasia Cooper, her first points. Tennessee's leading scorer, leading rebounder, leads them in blocks and steals, does it all.
I love how Cooper can create her own shot. You know, guarding her one-on-one is almost impossible.
Rebound into the hands of Cooper.
The handles that she has, I mean, she'll go between the legs, behind the back, and then all of a sudden, on the drop of a dime, pull up for a jumper. Ooh. Morrow said, give me that.
At the free throw line, Flagey. Spearman misses. Tennessee 1 3-pointer away from tying the single season record. They've hit 2 already.
Oh, that's not a good shot by Smith right there.
Swing it over to Z Spearman, looking to drive. And Z Spearman, she's carrying over what she did against UConn.
They made a good decision there. She took a three, missed it, got it on the wing. Defense is tight. Why not put it on the deck and drive it to the basket?
Only player in this game in double figures, already 11 points. Ooh, fancy from Anissa Morrow.
Just a little reverse layup. You stay focused and know where you are on the floor. Even though she's back underneath the backboard, she still reaches around, uses the glass to get the bank and go in.
Tennessee put 4 new players in. Sarah Puckett, the only player staying out there for Tennessee at the moment, with Anissa Morrow at the free throw line. 3-point play.
I do want a camera on the stats people at the table as they try to keep track of who's in the game, who's checking in, who's checking out.
Ruby Whitehorn.
Here's what's I see different of this Tennessee team today than against UConn. It was their body movement. There's a lot of standing offensively, waiting for the individual drive to the basket. Not as many cutting and moving away from the basketball.
Anissa Morrow not afraid of bringing up the floor herself. Couple of rebounds on that possession alone for Anissa Morrow, who is first in the nation in rebounds per game. She's also first in the nation in second chance points per game as Tennessee sends 4 more in.
Well, Kim Caldwell told us this morning it was going to be very important that they stay connected to Anissa Morrow because they understand what an animal she is on the offensive glass. It can be part of the game plan, but asking your players to do it and actually carrying that out against Morrow, that's a full-time job.
I mean, she's had 22 double-doubles over their 25 games. First in the nation in double-doubles. She is the active rebounds leader. Out of everyone playing right now, she has more rebounds than anyone.
Well, Kim Mulkey talks about how she plays in practice. Like, how she plays in games is by no accident. She brings this effort. It is a habit for number 24 in white every day.
Jewel Spear gets the rebound for the Lady Vols. Turnaround. That ends a 7-0 run for LSU.
Yeah, Spearman has been a big offensive threat. Oh, she almost got that steal.
Flage turnaround. LSU's outscored Tennessee 13-6 here in the second quarter. Jewel Spear for history. Tennessee tying the single-season school record for three-pointers made. 242.
There's no lead that's comfortable when you're playing against Tennessee.
Ooh. Dangerous if you leave Michaela Williams open.
But Jewel Spear, remember those 6 threes that she hit against Oklahoma? They're
Feeling it.
Dangerous from the three-point line.
Jewel Spear hasn't missed a shot, 4 for 4. And a new school record of 243 made threes this season. And we still have the rest of February to play and the postseason.
Well, Pat Summitt didn't believe in shooting a whole lot of threes, played more inside out. So did Holly Warlick, as well as Kelly Harper. Kim Caldwell said, we're going to play a new system when it comes to playing in Knoxville. And it is about knocking down the three-point shot, not afraid to pull the trigger. Everybody's got the green light. You put the work in, you earn your time. In the SEC, you got to take care of your home court. And so far, so good. I think that Drea's a little greedy. She wants better shot selection. Drea, they're shooting over 50% from the floor. What better selection could they have?
Ruby Whitehorn steps into a three. Tennessee has already set the single-season school record for made three-pointers in this game. Lady Vols on a 6-0 run right now.
It's going to be important. Like Dre said, LSU has got to take care of the basketball. And if they're patient in their offense, they move the ball, they can get the shots that they want.
Kaylin Gilbert, trouble in the paint. Possession arrow keeps it with LSU.
LSU likes to run a little pick-the-picker action. Also, watch out for Flage Johnson. Inbound it could possibly post you up.
Saw Tennessee working on this in shoot-around today. Michaela Williams is going to sub in and replace Jersey Wolfenbarger. So this will be the small lineup for LSU that Kim Mulkey has liked. That moves Anissa Morrow to the 5 and Michaela Williams to the 4.
It does, but with playing Tennessee, you don't really gain that much of an advantage because Tennessee is really just playing with one big on the floor and 4 guards as well. So that's a good matchup for Tennessee.
Still a 6-0 run for the Lady Vols. Turnover, number 9 for Tennessee. Ooh. Miracle Shepherd just not afraid to drive right into the defense and get herself 2 free throws.
She's had a few moves today that make you go, ooh, wait,
yeah.
Whoa.
Seven points today, 2 rebounds and an assist for Miracle Shepherd. Misses the first. Here's our ACC Big 12, a big Monday doubleheader on ESPN. RJ Davis leads North Carolina against Clemson at 7 Eastern, and then number 5 Houston hosting Baylor. Riley Johnson going for the shot block, but she's going to be whistled for the foul, and that's her second.
With the 5-out spread offense by Tennessee, they're going to put the pressure on the LSU defense. Go isolation, one-on-one, and see if they can find that drive.
Joel Spear in the postgame press conference after the UConn game, she said, you know, all coach asks of us, Coach Kim Caldwell, is that we play hard, and she felt like they played hard against UConn. Ran right over to her coach after that win to give her a big hug.
When I was reading the article, Spencer said, you know, Coach Caldwell's not one of these touchy-feely hug. So she said, I'm always finding opportunities that I can make contact with her. Look, when you're, I know, being from East Tennessee, being in that Tennessee family, you're going to become a hugger whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Gilbert looking to get around Spear. Instead, it's a turnover. LSU has not had a field goal in over 2.5 minutes. Jada Richard subbing in for the Tigers. It was a 2-point lead for LSU at the end of the first quarter, and now both teams have scored 14 points apiece here in the second.
I think which team can get more in a rhythm offensively of moving the basketball. There was a lot of standing the early part of this quarter.
The pass inside to Latham. Miracle Shepherd got a hand on it and comes up with the basketball. Richard checks in the game, knocks down a three. No basket. Foul occurred before the shot attempt.
Well, Tennessee, they got their shot blocked, but then coming in transition, they just elected to pull the double team, and LSU very patient. Get the ball to the middle of the floor, then make that extra pass. You're going to find the open shooter on the backside.
Jada Richard hitting her 11th three of the season, just a freshman on this team. And Kim Mulkey told us before this game she feels more confident in her bench and using it than she did the last time she faced Tennessee. Richard being one of those players. Offensive foul against Z Spearman. Her second.
Now Morrow down playing, and that inside arm by Spearman. The extension there, it's a good call, an offensive foul.
Spearman had 9 points in the first quarter, only 2 here in the second.
It almost looked like Anissa Morrow was telling Kim Mulkey, don't ask for a review. I don't know if she thought maybe she got away with something. They didn't want to go back and look at it again, but she was telling her, don't look at it. Let's want to keep playing.
Oh, smooth for Michaela Williams. Joel Spear, her first miss of the afternoon. Started 4 for 4.
Tennessee's going to have to get stops, back-to-back stops, to stay close, especially as you're heading to the locker room at halftime.
Cooper pushing. And a travel. 2 more subs check in for Tennessee. We've been tracking this. 18 substitutions, 57 back and forth coming in.
Got to always have fresh bodies on the floor.
LSU has had 16 players they've subbed. Again, the goal for Kim Caldwell, she wants her players to play every minute like it's the last minute of a tie ball game. So in order to do that, give that effort, she subs frequently.
Yeah, this type of system you have to stay committed to so you're consistent. Your players know this rotation is going to happen, so they're not guessing, when am I going in?
Miracle Shepherd with a pretty move, couldn't finish. Under a minute and a half. Talaysia Cooper, no.
When the drive is happening for Tennessee in the paint, players aren't moving to find the gaps. They're lined up where the defense is.
Six seconds. Spear knocks it down. She's hit 3 threes. Day Wilson, LSU could have helped for the last shot of the half.
That was early. That poor clock management on the part of LSU.
Now Tennessee can do it. And Sam Spencer will walk the ball up the floor. It's going to go against Anissa Morrow, her first. 4.2 showing on the clock.
If you're LSU, we want to keep a hand specifically in the face of number 0 in orange, Jewel Spear. She's been locked in from 3.
15 points in the first half. Offensive foul against Talaysia Cooper, her second.
Now that inside arm, they're going to call that little hold.
And Cooper, Tennessee's leading scorer, just 1 for 6 here in the first half. She averages almost 18 points a game. Morrow thought she had to go even further from half court. Update on our Tiger trio. Flage with 8, Michaela Williams with 9, Anissa Morrow with 7, and LSU leads at the half.
As sharing the sugar, but on the other side, Jewel Spear. Now, she hit 5 threes in Knoxville the first time these two teams met. She's already 3 of 4 from the floor today. The Lady Vols need to find number 0 in orange more often.
And now for today's game track, brought to you by E-Trade from Morgan Stanley. And you mentioned it, Coach, a lot of even categories here, but the bench points. Tennessee averages 30 bench points a game. That's 8th in the nation. They have no points from their bench.
When you don't get points from your bench in your Tennessee, the rotations really does no good for Kim Caldwell. When you come in, you've got to be able to contribute.
Also important to note, Tennessee's leading scorer, Talaysia Cooper, number 55 in orange, only has 2 points. She averages 18 a game. Michaela Williams in the corner overshoots. Rebound by Anissa Morrow. Ruby Whitehorn, shot fake.
And right away, going into the press. You know, it was interesting in talking to Kim Mulkey before the game. She said, Tennessee in the half court, they're still looking to get pieces of the paint. It's not so much the 3, and that's the majority of what they have tried to do today. In the half court set, it's been Tennessee trying to get a bite of the paint.
Anissa Morrow grabbing her own rebound. Z Spearman battling with her for it, and that foul will be called against Morrow, her second.
Yeah, the first time these two teams met, LSU dominated 60-38 points in the paint. Today, points in the paint, it's just a 2-point difference.
LSU won the first meeting on January 9th on a buzzer beater from Kaylin Gilbert. And an offensive foul against Jillian Hollingshed, her third.
Hollingshed laid out Michaela Williams right there. But if I'm Michaela Williams, I'm going to have a little chat with Samaya Smith and say, listen, when the screen is coming, like, warn me.
Yeah.
I need a little bit of a warning on that. That hurts.
Let me know. Travel. The smooth start you won here in the second half.
Not too smooth to start this third quarter. You know, I got spoiled watching the Lady Vols play and bringing the full court pressure, the run and jump. Haven't gotten to do too much of that against LSU.
Why not?
Well, you've got to score to really get set. And on a turnover or on a missed shot, Kim Caldwell has said, no, we're just going to match up and play defense.
And Flajay Johnson and Kim Mulkey is saying that's LSU basketball. But it stays with Tennessee. 5 seconds. Pick and roll to Z Spearman. She's got 13. Here's the pressure from Tennessee and a foul against Alyssa Latham.
Here's where Spearman is such a value to the Lady Vols. With the ball handler, the ability, the threat for the drive. Spearman getting out of there after the screen before rotation can happen in the middle of the floor. That sets up for an easy deuce.
You know, Z Spearman played a couple of seasons at Miami, only had 10 starts over 2 seasons. Has found a role here on this Tennessee team with this style that Kim Caldwell has brought in her first season on Rocky Top.
I think Spearman at Miami maybe pigeon-toed as just a 4, but she can play all over the floor. She has the ability in this system to step out and shoot the 3, and as well as post up and do some damage inside.
Talaysia Cooper driving in, free throws coming. She started this game 1 for 6 from the field. Tennessee's leading scorer and rebounder.
Cooper against Missouri was playing a little under the weather, didn't really come into herself until that second half.
She had that flu that week. A little bit of a rocky start, but finished the day with 11 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Here's our Wednesday ESPN NBA doubleheader. Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs wrap up their 6-game road trip against Jason Tatum and the Celtics at 7 Eastern. And the Warriors in Dallas taking on the Mavs. NBA Countdown tips off our coverage at 6:30. First Tennessee lead since it was 18-15 in this game. Samaya Smith can't get around Spearman. Second field goal of the afternoon for Cooper.
Here she comes. Second half, same thing she did against Missouri.
And LSU will call timeout.
Talaysia Cooper is the leading scorer for the Lady Vols. May have been a slow start in the first quarter, but it looks like 5-5 in orange, getting ready to get turned up for the Lady Vols.
First and second rounds, and they want to stay there. We mentioned those close losses by a total of 15 points.
We talked to Kim Mulkey about that today, and she said this Tennessee team could very easily be 9-0 in the SEC. If that three-point shot is falling for them and falling at a consistent clip, this team could be very dangerous. You look at those single-digit losses.
It looked like in the UConn game, the style finally clicked. They were able to push past it, and they were able to score late in the ball game. Tess Darby lets it fly. And this will be LSU basketball.
big bucket here. Michaela Williams, aggressive and strong finish, pushing before Tennessee can get their defense set.
Those were the first points in this quarter for LSU.
You know, those close losses that Tennessee had, Kim Caldwell told us that they would have those scoring drives. And against Connecticut, they were able to continue to have the ability to score.
LSU breaks the pressure with ease. 4 subs waiting at the table for Tennessee.
Not sure that was the shot that Kim Mulkey wanted Cheyenne Day-Wilson to take. You know, with the length of Tennessee, and that's one of the things they have defensively, they can switch 2 through 5. They want to get mismatches with Spencer, but they have length at all the other 4 positions. And so Day-Wilson shooting a contested shot, that's rough. That's not something I don't think LSU is looking for.
4 subs in for Tennessee as Talaysia Cooper is at the free throw line. Michaela Williams was whistled for her first foul.
It's been a long night for Miss Cooper.
And just 5 points, 2 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Inside to Morrow. Turnover number 10 by LSU. Cooper. Okay, there's the Talaysia Cooper we've seen.
Second half just seems to be Cooper time.
Already 6 points here in the third quarter. Kaylin Gilbert. And almost had herself a steal. Joel Spear is fouled.
Cooper knows it has not been a great game for her so far, but turning up in the second half. And then off the bench, Kaylin Gilbert. Recognized Joel Spear had fallen down the other side of the floor, so there was no rotation to her, so that gave her plenty of time for the 3.
Now this is big. Anissa Morrow just picked up her 3rd foul, so she is subbed out for Jersey Wolfenbarger. Morrow with 7 points, 8 rebounds. Talaysia Cooper stuck an arm bar out there.
She got away with one, but look, she is playing to win right now. Cooper had a hard flash cut on this underneath out of bounds, but I think she may have. The reason I don't think the official called that is because Miracle Shepherd was already falling before that contact was made.
So it wasn't, you're saying, they're saying that it wasn't Cooper displacing the defender.
Right, she was already
falling.
Yeah, on the way down.
But Kaylin Gilbert was fouled by Sarah Puckett, her second. LSU has led by as many as 9. Tennessee has led by as many as 10 today. It was just a 4-point game at the half in favor of LSU.
With LSU, with South Carolina going down today, that makes this game ultra important to both these 2 teams.
Remember, you want to be one of the top 4 teams in the SEC, so you get a double bye in the SEC tournament. And Tennessee throws it away, 14 turnovers. 1-point lead for the Lady Vols on the road here in the third quarter. Carolina team that scores almost half of its points in the paint. And that kind of shakes up the SEC standings. They're still at the top, but it makes things interesting.
No, absolutely. It allows LSU to still be in the hunt. Kentucky opens the door a little bit for them there as well. Like this latter part of February, playing into March, getting ready for the SEC tournament. These games are going to be clutch.
And Texas is going to play at Kentucky on Thursday, and then this LSU team is going to Texas a week from today on ABC.
We'll be both of those.
Yes, I'm excited. Something about February Kim Mulkey really likes, especially at LSU. 22-1. They have won 13 straight games in the month of February.
It's the sweetheart month.
Yep.
She loves to win.
Yeah.
In
That's
February.
her love language, winning.
In February, loves to win.
Well, LSU has led by as many as 9 today. Tennessee with a 1-point lead at the moment. They've outscored LSU 12-7 here in the third quarter. Tennessee shooting 51% from the field for the ball game. I think Samaya Smith got a hand on that shot. Gilbert in transition. Wolfenberger swatted it away to keep from Tennessee responding.
Defensive stop by LSU. Trying to take away those paint point opportunities and then headed quickly the other direction before Tennessee can get their defense set.
6th lead change of the ball game.
But here's what I think is interesting. Paint points. Tennessee's winning that 28-20 over LSU.
In the first meeting, LSU had 60 paint points against Tennessee.
And Anissa Morrow is on the bench with a bit of foul trouble.
In the corner, Kaylin Gilbert. 10 points in the second half.
Off the ball screen. Gilbert flattens out in that corner and able to play a little string music.
Kaylin Gilbert was the one who hit the buzzer beater to beat Tennessee on January 9th.
And that buzzer beater, she did it with her left hand.
She's hit 2 buzzer beaters this year, both with her left hand, and she is right-handed.
Well, see, I asked her about it. She said, I'm ambidextrous.
But she writes with the right hand and normally shoots with her right hand.
But she said she can score with either hand. You can't put Kaylin Gilbert in a box.
Nope.
Love the versatility of Michaela Williams. We talked about her playing the post. When Kim Mulkey goes to that small lineup right now, she has her sophomore running the point for the LSU Tigers.
Jill Spear whistled for the foul, her first.
Ooh, Michaela Williams. That could have been an offensive foul. It looked like she got a little hook on the drive on Spear. That's what Spear's trying to plead her case with the official right now.
Jill Spear has 15 points, but all of those coming in the first half. She has not scored here in the third quarter. Williams gets both free throws. Offensive foul against Z Spearman. That's her third.
Another contribution from the reserves for LSU. Miracle Shepherd with the rotation. Kim Mulkey likes it. Tennessee clogging the paint.
Remember, Anissa Morrow, 3 fouls. She's on the bench. And an offensive foul against LSU.
Kenia Boyd, she gets inside. Defending Miracle Shepherd. She's able to draw that offensive foul.
First on Shepherd. Whitehorn breaking down Gilbert. 8 seconds. Count it. So there's 2 defenders.
She's so tough. Cooper is so tough. When you need a bucket, you're Tennessee. 55 is the number that you call.
Just 2 points in the first half. She's got 11 here in the third quarter.
Still not sure Cooper is feeling 100%. And she didn't look great at shoot-around this morning at Missouri in the first half. You know, she got off to that slow start. Kind of worked some things out. Looks like she's coming around in the second half.
I had the flu earlier in the week. Jersey Wolfenbarger took it midair, right out of the hands of Ruby Whitehorn. Almost out on Michaela Williams.
This place, the top would have come off the PMAC. She hit that 3. Kim Mulkey's got 2 point guards on the floor, Kaylin Gilbert and Miracle Shepherd, but she wants Michaela Williams making a lot of decisions with the basketball right now in this third.
Michaela Williams was the SEC Freshman of the Year last year. It counts for Kaylin Gilbert.
Quickness of Gilbert there. Little pearl 1, knit 2. Get the finish, the drop, and get to the free throw line.
It's the second against Kenia Boyd. Kaylin Gilbert hit the buzzer beater against Tennessee. Since then, she went 8 for 53 from the field. But today, 5 of 9.
She was overdue.
Something about tennis playing Tennessee.
It's kind of like for Tennessee playing Connecticut, you get locked in. When the big orange comes to town, you get locked in. You get refocused. That may be the reset button you need.
Second against Jada Richard. That's Jewel Spear at the free throw line looking for her first points of the half. All 15 of her points came in the first half. Knocks down the first. Our ESPN2 Big Monday women's basketball matchup, Georgia Amore and number 11 Kentucky against Ole Miss in Oxford. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern tomorrow. We get to see her drop 43 points last week against Oklahoma.
Sure did.
7 threes.
Whoa.
It was pretty wild.
It really was. Cooper trying to cook.
Jillian Holling shed cleanup duty for the putback.
But all day long, what Tennessee has been able to do is start with the ball in the middle of the floor, ball screen, go one-on-one, and attack the rim. LSU's not been able to keep the Lady Vols out of the paint.
It's Kaylee Gilbert's time, I guess. 17 points for Gilbert.
The defense inside, Samaya Smith. She's making her presence felt inside.
Ooh, in and out for Cooper. And there's Samaya Smith. Eight rebounds for Smith. Jada Richard, the freshman, getting after it, and Tennessee can take the last shot of the quarter. Miracle Shepard whistled for the foul on Jules Spear. Her second.
That's the last thing you want to do right there. Shot clock's running down. You're running your shooter off the three-point line. Don't foul her right there. You got to trust the rotation is going to be there.
And Tennessee in the bonus, so she's going to get 2 free throws.
Look for LSU, a possible quick break. Quick break with 3.7 seconds left on the shot clock.
Michaela Williams heaves, banks it! Give it to Michaela! Momentum for the Tigers with 10 minutes to play.
3.7 seconds left on the shot clock. Williams, I don't know if it's good. They got to check it. I don't know.
Drive around and find different gyms to practice in, to play, and started her career in Arizona, went into the transfer portal, almost quit basketball. Wasn't getting a lot of offers, and then suddenly an opportunity to come play at LSU, and that hope to carry on her love of the game continue.
Yeah, Kim Buckley talks about this young woman. Gilbert plays with a chip on her shoulder, always playing with something to prove.
What's going to be the difference here in the final 10 minutes of this ball game?
I think that which team can defend the paint.
Z Spearman right in the paint, right on cue, and Tennessee now 34 paint points compared to 24 of LSU.
And Anissa Morrow is back on the floor for LSU.
She missed a majority of that third quarter with 3 fouls. Travel on Tennessee.
I think it's going to be important for LSU to take care of the ball, while Tennessee is going to try to, I think, turn the mercury up defensively. I think the full court pressure is going to become a little more intense from the Lady Vols.
Flau'jae Johnson for the long 2. Just 8 points for Flau'jae Johnson today. She's their leading scorer, averaging 20 a game.
I think the focus of the Tennessee defense has been not to give any open lane drives to Big Four.
Cooper. Too much traffic for the pass to Spearman. Whitehorn gets it back. Shot clock did not reset. And Anissa Morrow's got her 9th rebound of the game.
Anissa Morrow aggravated, wasn't a call there, and I think Dee Cantor's having a conversation for her to calm it down.
LSU's been letting Michaela Williams set things up offensively, running the point a lot in the second half. But the turnover there, and she's going to get a technical. After that turnover, she turned around and said something.
I think it's a carryover a little bit from Anissa Morrow on one end, no call, then coming down on the other end. Michaela Williams' frustration.
Jewel Spear will take the shots for Tennessee.
Williams felt like there was contact there. Screams at the official. Very demonstrative. She gets hit. Teed up.
3 fouls against Michaela Williams. Picks up the technical.
Makes it a 1-point game.
LSU has led by as many as 9. Tennessee has led by as many as 4. Tess Darby. Tennessee back on top.
Every player on this team has got a specialty, and they just have to play the strength of their roles. That's Tess Darby's knocking down the 3.
Tennessee's hit 6 3-pointers today. They lead the nation in threes per game, averaging 10.
Talaysia Cooper out of the game. You can spread the floor when you put Tess Darby on the floor. She can put it down from the 3-point line.
Kaylin Gilbert, all kinds of confidence. That ended a Tennessee 7-0 run. 18 points in this half for Gilbert.
There's Flau'jae, or the Whitehorn knocking down that jumper. It's going to be back and forth. Who can get together back-to-back stops?
There's a stop for Tennessee. They've got 5 subs waiting at the table.
Now, how many times have we seen Tennessee just drive it down the middle of the floor?
Ball was poked free, 5 seconds. Whitehorn. Too much. Blocking foul against Sam Spencer.
Gilbert. Let's see her just space out, same side as the ball. Nobody matches up or finds her, and she's a scorer. Kaylin Gilbert can flat out knock it down. She is 3 of 4 from the 3-point line today.
New faces in for Tennessee.
How many times do you feel like you've said that today?
Just play it on repeat. Cue it up.
It's what we've seen all season long, the constant rotation of the Lady Vols, keeping fresh bodies on the floor.
You want to say it?
No.
Wedgie. You know, part of this Tennessee offense, their goal is to take 20 more shots than the opponent. Right now, LSU has taken 14 more shots than Tennessee has.
Tennessee also wants to take over 30 threes a game. They have only attempted 17 so far.
Pocket misses under the basket. And a jump ball as Miracle Shepherd gets down there to fight for it. It's going to be LSU basketball.
It's got to be frustrating, though, for Tennessee. They missed 2 point-blank layups. I mean, those were opportunities there where they could be +1, +2, +3 points in this game.
I mean, overall, they've shot it well for the ball game. They're shooting 48% right now. They were just shooting 50% before those 2 misses. LSU at 37% from the field. Gilbert drawing the foul on Talaysia Cooper. That'll be the 3rd on Cooper. Last time against Tennessee, Kaylin Gilbert had 22 points, hit the game winner. Her season high is 25 against Stanford. Today, she's got 20.
You're sitting here thinking these 2 coaches, Kim Mulkey, I think in the next time out, she's got to talk to her team and remind them what they were able to do in Knoxville, and they're at home, and their responsibility of taking care of home court to lock in defensively. If you're Kim Caldwell, you're building on the confidence that you built, the ability to knock off a team like UConn and to be able to prove who you are, to be able to do it and go on the road. You got to, both of these coaches got to turn their teams up.
And Kim Mulkey and the LSU fans wanted a travel call. It's going to be LSU basketball off of Tennessee.
Got Michaela Williams. She's playing the floor, can space out the floor.
Flage misses, Anissa Morrow, rebound, put back. 9 points, 10 rebounds for Anissa Morrow. She's a point away from a double-double, leads the nation in that category. Michaela Williams! LSU's largest lead of the day has been 9 points. Tennessee has led by as many as 4. You see the rebound tracker for Anissa Morrow. She's got the double-figure rebounds. She's a point away from her 23rd double-double of the season. Meanwhile, Tennessee has not scored in almost 2.5 minutes.
I think Spearman, and Cooper got to manufacture some points.
Here's Spearman. Looking for the 3, no. And this will be LSU basketball.
Tennessee right now, I think now they've got to bring the full court pressure. They've got to look to run and jump. They've got to recognize that Anissa Morrow is down at the other end all by herself.
Kaylin Gilbert's going to walk it up as the pressure falls back from Tennessee. Oh, Flage saw an opening. That puts her in double figures with 10. And Ruby Whitehorn ends a 3-minute scoring drought for Tennessee.
In Tennessee, they've got to look to do some run and jump. Can they turn LSU over? Otherwise, LSU can just use the clock.
And Kim Mulkey's going to call a timeout.
We just talked about Flage Johnson, kind of been quiet tonight. She found a seam and was able to get the finish right now. The Tigers, right now, holding on tight.
LSU has hit its last 3 shots. We were talking about Tennessee's pressure, and you said bring more of the run and jump. What is that?
Well, run and jump is you have a person on the ball defensively, and you want to force a ball handler into a speed dribble, and then your teammate unexpectedly can come and jump, and the other 3 in the back then are able to rotate out looking for steal situations.
We'll see once Tennessee goes back on defense the next time if they do that. Anissa Morrow, give her that double-double. Her 97th career double-double.
Out of the timeout, after the handoff, the back screen from Gilbert gives Morrow the opportunity on the post-up. And it's not like Tennessee didn't cover this in the scouting report. Knew that Morrow was going to be brought to the block, catch the finish, and now gets the free throw.
Three-point play complete for Anissa Morrow. 12 points, 11 rebounds, 23 double-doubles on the season, more than anyone in the country. This will be LSU basketball. They call a foul against Z Spearman, her 4th.
It's got to be the pressure crew for the Lady Vols.
So you're looking for a run and jump here?
Absolutely. Pressure. It's just so hard with the experience of guards that LSU has on the floor to get them sped up. That's usually when the run and jump is most effective, but LSU way too composed. And Michaela Williams playing the 4. The LSU Tigers have 4 guards on the floor.
Morrow turns into the double team. Tennessee causes a turnover. Lady Vols have hit just 1 of their last 7 shots. Scoring droughts late in the game have been a problem in their close losses. Swiped by Talasia Cooper. And 2 points.
Cooper's hands are so quick.
7th in the nation in steals per game.
Just pick your pocket, head in the other direction before you know what's hit you. Now LSU just wants to be patient and use as much of the shot clock as possible.
Foul on Ruby Whitehorn.
Talasia Cooper just reaching in, finding Anissa Morrow, leaves the ball available. 5'5" in orange, she's gonna take it every time.
Talasia Cooper had 2 points in the first half. She now has 16 for the game, 7 rebounds, 2 assists.
Just took her a while to get going in that second half.
And add 3 steals and a block to that stat line. Two free throws good for Flage Johnson.
But an 8-point cushion is not enough when you're playing against the Lady Vols. Tess Darby's on the floor, a 3-point shooter. Jewel Spear, number 0 in orange, can shoot it as well.
First foul against Gilbert. So Kenya Boyd will step to the free throw line. Tennessee down by 8. Lady Vols coming off an emotional, historic win on Thursday, finally beating UConn for the first time since 2007.
And Kim Caldwell talked about how proud she was of how hard her team played and felt like it was coming together. But you don't know if it's there together for real until you can do it back-to-back games.
LSU's lead now 7. Kenya Boyd up to Jewel Spear. And that foul's going to go against Michaela Williams. Her 4th. Ruby Whitehorn taking it to the glass.
Tennessee not panicking, not just relying on the three-point shot, but going to get the quick 2 and attack the basket. But they're going to have to try to turn LSU over now. Cannot allow the Tigers just to use the shot clock.
Oh, scary pass, but Flau'jae Johnson gets there. Kim Mulkey calls timeout before the shot happened. So 1:08 on the clock. LSU's going to have 15 seconds on the shot clock. They have a 5-point lead. Both of these teams projected by Charlie Cream to be top 16 seeds, meaning they would get to host first and second rounds of the NCAA tournament. LSU is also chasing that top spot in the SEC tournaments. They are right now one of the top 4 seeds.
And playing at home, you got to protect home court, and especially to back up the earlier win that LSU had against Tennessee earlier in the season. You have 2 of those because down the stretch, Tennessee has already played the majority of the heavy hitters in the SEC. The latter part of their season, not as strenuous or as tough, so they can fight their way back. A lot can happen between now and then, but LSU wants to have 2 wins over Tennessee. They can. Tennessee, on the other hand, they just moved on that host line in the NCAA tournament. They want to stay there, and this would help solidify that in the minds of the committee. If they could come to Baton Rouge here today and knock off the Tigers.
LSU's only loss is to South Carolina. The Gamecocks losing today to Texas.
Now LSU taking the ball out of bounds right now. Keep an eye. If Michaela Williams is taking the ball out of bounds, to inbound it and to possibly step in and post up.
LSU has not had a field goal in 2.5 minutes. 5-point lead for the Tigers. Two seconds. And now Tennessee can go. 5 points down.
You just need 2 possessions.
And Kim Caldwell telling her team, go. Eight seconds. Ruby Whitehorn finishes, and the foul. She's got a free throw coming.
Patient and composed, no panic. Ruby Whitehorn keeps it down to the shot clock's final seconds and not only gets the finish but gets to the free throw line If she hit this, she can make this a 2-point game.
It's the 4th foul against Flau'jae Johnson.
LSU only has 1 timeout left. So Kim Mulkey could elect, make or rebound to advance the basketball.
LSU will take that timeout, and they will advance a 2-point ball game here. Remember, in the first meeting on January 9th, LSU won by 2 points. It was a buzzer beater. So you know LSU has advanced the ball. If you're Tennessee, how are you playing this?
You've got to, you want to go for the steal. You want to try to get a stop, and if not, if you don't get that, then I think that you've got to foul. You want to extend this game. Otherwise, LSU can hold it till the shot clock is to run out.
But Tennessee, remember how close their losses have been. All 5 losses on the season have been by a combined 15 total points. Losing to Oklahoma by a point at home. And then playing this LSU team, Kaylin Gilbert with the buzzer beater back on January 9th. Vanderbilt hit a buzzer beater, Michaela Blakes at the horn to beat Tennessee by a point. So the LSU to inbound. Tennessee's trying to not add to that list. They're on a 6-0 run right now. LSU hasn't had a field goal in 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, Tennessee wants to try to get a 5-second call, make it a tough inbound pass, and then if not, you're going to have to foul.
And Kim Caldwell is saying foul, foul. Whitehorn does, fouls Gilbert. LSU in the bonus, so any foul is going to put them at the free throw line for 2 shots. And LSU today, 16 of 18 from the free throw line. Kaylin Gilbert, 4 of 5.
Well, now, Tennessee, they have 3 timeouts.
.22 for Gilbert.
Kim Mulkey wants all of her players to get back off the free throw line. Doesn't even want to take a chance of a foul, trying to go for an offensive rebound.
23 for Gilbert. Tennessee calls timeout, and they advance the ball. 21.8, down by 4.
Yeah, it's a 2-possession game. I think that Tennessee's got 2 options. They can get something, they can try to go to the basket and get the and-one, because LSU has been fouling them, but also on that penetration and put your shooters outside. Jill Spear, she has been fantastic from 3.
And 3 of 4 today.
I think you got to look at possibly putting Tess Darby into the game, another 3-point threat, high percentage 3-point shooter there. And I put the ball in the hands of Talaysia Cooper. She's a bucket. Number 55 in orange.
Tennessee has hit its last 3 shots.
If I'm Kim Mulkey, I'm telling my team, look, you do not want to foul a 3-point shooter. If anything that you're going to give up, it's a 2-point shot. Run them off the 3-point line, and then hands up. Play clean defense inside. If they do get a shot off, then box out, rebound like your life depends on it.
LSU has 14 fouls, so the next foul would put Tennessee at the line no matter what. It was a 2-point win for LSU in their last meeting with Tennessee. 21.8 seconds to decide it. Ruby Whitehorn. And a foul is called. against Tennessee. On Sam Spencer, her third, and puts Anissa Morrow at the free throw line.
Her presence was missed in that short amount of time that Morrow had to be out, and she got a little bit of early foul trouble. Since she's come back in, she's been huge for LSU.
And LSU hitting its free throws today, 19 of 21. Tennessee takes the timeout, advances the ball with 13.7 showing on the clock.
Yeah, after the last timeout, Tennessee took a long time to get into their offense or to find the shots that they were looking for. It's almost got to be an execution and use like a misdirection from sideline out of bounds. When I say misdirection, cutters go away from the ball and bring your shooter coming from the furthest distance away to the ball, so it's an opportunity to catch and shoot, because the clock doesn't start until somebody touches the basketball. So, but you don't want to catch it and then have to dribble and set things up. With 13 seconds, it needs to be a quick shot opportunity as soon as the ball comes inbound.
Tennessee has one timeout left. LSU does not have any timeouts left. Cooper on the inbound, straight to Ruby Whitehorn. And she's fouled, so 2 free throws coming. And that's the 5th against Michaela Williams.
Oh, that's big for LSU with Williams having to go out. Williams has had one heck of a game.
16 points from Michaela Williams, 7 assists. That ties her career high.
Kim Mulkey's really moved her all over the floor.
Well, she played a lot of point guard today. Whitehorn gets the first. A 5-point lead for LSU.
You got to play keep away. Don't let them catch you too foul.
And Tennessee is going to let them dribble it out. Another good one when Tennessee and LSU meets. And LSU gets the win, a 4th-ranked win on the season for Kim Mulkey. This LSU team improving to 25-1, 10-1 in SEC play.
We started the show off talking about LSU's big 3, but they got great contributions from their reserves as well, playing as a collective effort. That was big for LSU today.
Yeah, Kaylin Gilbert leading the way for LSU with 23 points, her first double figures since the last time they played Tennessee. LSU victorious today in Baton Rouge. 82-77 is your final.